Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bom dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream, the podcast, and a very sore back still. Now, thank you to everybody who sent me messages yesterday and offers of help, things that have helped you in the past. They're the best things, aren't they, that have helped you in the past. And you see somebody else who's suffering with a similar ailment, say, oh, this really helps. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for offers of help and information. I really appreciate that. What I'm doing, and I guess, that's this. This also goes with the territory, doesn't it? Yeah, I gave him some perfectly brilliant advice, and he's completely ignored it. It's not that I'm doing that. What I've decided to do with my bad back, as crazy as it might sound, it's turning into a bit of a signpost for a deep healing moment, I think, in my life. So I'm treating it as a healing journey, or the prompt for a healing journey. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone at all, but it's what I'm giving a go to at the moment with this. It's taking me back to some really basic root stuff, and all of this is revolving and hopefully resolving around my root chakra and my very existence in this world. Again, that must sound a little bit woo-woo, but then to some other people, it'd be like, yes, I know what you're up to, Munson. Yes, good luck with that. So, and I think it's the time. I think it's the times we're living in as well, where we are being pointed in this direction or given this option such that we may take it. And of course, human beings operating under free will, we may or we may not take it. Let's see what happens, shall we? A very, very good wine club last night. It was really good to be hanging out with the wine club ninjas. And the wine club has an influence on quite coincidentally, actually, there is a wine influence on the Portuguese citizenship test today, which we'll do as well. And a nice little connection taking us into the Prato do Dia territory, which I've been promising for several days now, and we've not covered as yet. There's a new bit of technology available. What's this? You can show I can put a timer. If you find that these ticker tape messages are distracting you, I can actually put a timer on these now. Let's go to the settings. I can't. Oh, yes, a timer. That's interesting. Probably you didn't need to know that, but anyway, I can apply a timer to any of these comments rather than just letting them scroll for the whole show and driving some people nuts, perhaps as well. If enough people sign up at the Portugal Club, I won't have to roll the ticker tape, and I won't have to beg for any more money. Support on there. So choice is yours. I think it's a small price to pay, isn't it? A little bit of ticker tape irritation at the bottom of the screen. Nothing that a good cream couldn't sort out, probably from the pharmacy. Right. Oh, hello, mate. Nice to see you here. Good morning. Have a lovely day, everyone. The man of the moment, really, Jay, who can help you out with damp and humidity in your Portuguese home. It really is the season for that sort of thing, isn't it? Reading all sorts of posts about that on social media at the moment. Another report. There's definitely a Capricorn 12 Chronicle. Much of it I can't read out, just in case somebody is having their breakfast. They're munching on their muesli at the moment. You don't want extra crunchy bits, as detailed by Chris this morning. Right, my usual correspondence as well on the first Tuesday of the month. That will be João de Norte and also Antonio Barbosa. Bit of Tony time, and we check if the Minho is moist or not. Tony's on his way to the airport, and he may check in and say hi from the gate almost. So we might see Tony dropping in. And oui, monsieur. A morning to you, T-Duck, as well, on a different medium this morning. Yeah, Tony Barbosa has sent us a nice video. Not had a chance to look at it. We'll look at that together this morning. Completely trust Tony to send us fabulous videos. And the same with John Heimbach as well, who's, hey, have we got some more Northern Light action from North America as well? So both of those gentlemen, not in their usual place, not in their positions in the north of Portugal to give us their reports from there, but on special missions at the moment. So thank you very much, John, for your video. Thank you for yours, Tony, as well. And a lovely couple of homes as well. 4-bedroom in Valencia with 3 bathrooms and a new construction 2-bedroom apartments in Buiro, a best kept secret, we like a best kept secret. We'll take a little bit of a look at that as well later on today. So thanks for popping in, Jay. I need to cough, which hurts at the moment. Got a nice cup of milky coffee here. It's comforting things that I'm looking for. And although dairy products might be not the May West in some way, I do find a homemade mea de leite at the moment. Or actually, it's more of a galau. Very comforting. Good morning to you, Jackie. Bon dia gumpers from you first in this morning at 7:30. I had to get up extra early as well. I mean, when I say extra early, I'm just talking about probably half an hour longer than normal, to be a proper old giffer who's like struggling to put his own trousers on. My goodness, what an insight that is into a possible future. Hola, bon dia to you, Capricorn Chris. But it's amazing how resourceful you can get when you can't bend over. Mrs. M was laughing at me because I did happen to have, because of an entirely different set of anecdotes, one of those grabby sticks, like what would it be called? A litter picker-upper, that sort of thing. Got one of those in the garage. I was actually using it to pick up laundry and washing. Very interesting, isn't it, to become a little bit out of your ordinary and see what the future might hold if you don't take care of yourself, basically. I don't think we need to hear about the man in the blue blazer particularly. He sounds like he's hungry, I suppose you might say. Gemini, good morning, everyone. Good to see you last night as well on the wine club. Yeah, it was a particularly lovely. It's a particularly lovely wine club last night. Thank you very much to the Wine Ninjas. We were trying our winter warmers, and very good selection as well. And I tell you who came out best with the winter warmer selection last night. It was Intermarché. Everybody seemed to have grabbed their wine from Intermarché. We were celebrating their own brand, which is really good, really great value. And some other independents also bought from Intermarché. So shout out to Intermarché. And yes, actually, if you go to the Intermarché website, to the wine lovers part of their offering, the Enofilios, there's a downloadable ebook, which I did post the link last night on the show, but I forgot to download that myself. I'd love to see that. So a nice little bit of a freebie there, detailing all about Portuguese wine at the Enofilios. I'm excited this morning as well, doubly excited. Great to be with you this morning, and also talking to Alistair Leithhead. Alistair Leithhead, you might say, if you're familiar at all with British broadcasting. Alistair, of course, a BBC veteran, and now living in Portugal. He's a fellow columnist at the Portugal Resident, and I'm interviewing him for the Portugal Resident interview after this show this morning. So looking forward to that. What an amazing BBC career he's had, and what an amazing Portugal career he's starting as well with his boutique hotel offering in the Alentejo too. So looking forward to speaking to Alistair after the show. Yes, some nice wine and not expensive, so I'll pick up a few next time I'm out. Oh, great, that's really good to hear that you've got some nice recommendations from last night's show. Pete's in this morning, who joined us, of course, last night. It was really good, wasn't it? And the lock-in was very good as well. The chat that we had about geopolitics and what may or may not be coming our way in these next few interesting years. That, of course, the Portugal, Good Morning Portugal focus, Portugal 2030, preparation for the next 5 years. It's going to be bumpy, it's going to be spicy, and at least we've got each other here on this community. I can't read many of these things. Wowzers. Put €1 in the meter, looking significantly less polar. No, I didn't put €1 in the meter. Still broadcasting from the world famous Doghouse Studios. So it's a little bit chilly in here, but my heating this morning, courtesy of this lovely Chinese shop hot water bottle, which is a little bit too hot to stuff down the back of my trousers. So I'm moving it about at the moment. Stuck on a train in a tunnel. It's the beginning of a Bruce Willis movie, isn't it? London public transport on a bit of a go slow there. Officially or unofficially there, bon dia, Pete. From Jackie. Oh, Chris, no, can't read that either. Planking will help your chakra. Thank you. You understand me, OLP, and I think you're right. I've been doing something of a plank, and there is obviously a tendency, isn't it, when you're in pain to, your body's sending you pain signals for a reason. And what might they be? Like, be careful with this area, or this area needs some attention, or completely go in denial and not have anything to do with this area. We variously respond to our pain in those sorts of ways, don't they? And I am doing a little bit of a plank. I can't do a full-on, gym-style plank, with the back pain, but I'm definitely breathing into it and stretching it and seeing what's there, OLP. So taking your advice from yesterday. Morning, Hugh, as well. Good morning to you. Morning, Jackie Hun. It looks like the fog that turns you inside out has settled in for the morning. How is life on the water? Yeah, how are you doing on the water there? Is it still freezing and foggy there? Matty, lovely to see you. Hola, bom dia, alegria a todos e feliz terça-feira. Yeah, and in the absence of the two gentlemen from the north of Portugal, let's have a little look at the news as well, shall we? And see what's going on, see if there's anything grabs our attention from the virtual home pages of Resident News and other. If you've seen some other news that you think we're missing, let us know. Send me a link. 913-590-303. Bon dia alegria from Tamar, where someone has stolen the scenery in the night. Foggy over there, is it? Morning to you, Kate. Thank you for your input. We had someone turned up on the Portugal Club, was delighted apparently, and I'm glad to hear that. It's always nice to wake up to another new member over at the Portugal Club. And yes, Maria Grace joined us from over Alviazar way, I think, and delighted to find us. So lovely to see you, Maria Grace. Thank you very much. Yep, been in Portugal for 18 months now, and super surprised to find this group on School. Maybe you've actually found us on School rather than finding us through the other means through which people normally discover the Good Morning Portugal show. Yes, School Gathering Ground, great platform. There'll be another video from the guys at School talking about their developments tonight. If you've got a hobby and you want to share it with people, possibly monetize it, definitely recommend School. SKOOL, that's what we host our Portugal Club on. Carl, just wrap it around yourself before you put the trousers on. Years of advice for free. What's that? Just wrap it around. Wrap what around myself? My hot water bowl. Are you expecting a coach and horses? There's Peter Cushing inside. It does sound like that in Tamar this morning, doesn't it? Morning, Mike. Lovely to see you. Bon dia, Gumpers. It was a lovely wine club, says Pete. Saudade, as they would say. Yeah, a bit of both. Saudade and Saud. Good morning to you, Mr. S, as well. How are you doing? Planking, which strengthens the front muscles of the body, is contra to solve back pain. Oh, there we go. Professional input here, as those come due to short front muscles and fascia in general. Cheers, Matty. And thank you, Mel, for your lovely suggestions as well. Really appreciate you, Mel, for that. Definitely. And I think you understand the course of action I'm taking. Definitely the former. 5 years ago, we used to have similar chats on the mat. Oh, yeah, the Saudade of 2020. It really did have the spirit of 2020, didn't it, last night? Hiya, Pete. Missed your message. I'm away with the fairies at the minute. My little dog is very... Oh, sorry to hear that, Jackie. So things are a bit hard at the minute. I hope things are better on the farm. Lots of love to you and your dog. What's your dog called, Jackie? Let's go over to the Portugal Club now. Yeah, lots of love, Jackie. Take good care there. Stay both wrapped up and nice and warm, the pair of you there. And let's head over to the Portugal Club before we take a look at those news headlines and the videos from John and from Tony this morning. Nice one. Who's that then who's voted? Thank you very much to you, Kate. I think you voted over at the Portuguese citizenship test. A total guest today. I see. Okay. And probably another one of those educated guesses, I'm sure. When you've been in Portugal for a while, you get a sort of sense of things, don't you? Which help you to make an educated guess. So let's have a look at this for this morning. Portuguese citizenship test question 66. Clickety click. What is the main grape used in Vinho Verde? Now, if we do this as a process of elimination, so I'm going to give you quite a lot of help this morning on this. And if you'd watched the wine club last night, actually, this would be pretty much a no-brainer. If you drunk a bottle of wine, that would also be a bit of a no-brainer. I tell you what, aspirin and red wine is quite a nice temporary solution. I don't recommend it. I'm not saying that it's a way of life, but my goodness, I was quite euphoric and actually conviviality. The hanging out with the lads, chatting, having a drink, having an aspirin was very calming for the system last night. Went to bed very contented last night. So yes, if you'd watched the wine club, you may have learned that Baga and Toriga Nacional are red grapes for red wine, and Vinho Verde, of course, is green, white in color, isn't it, and fresh. And so we're leaning towards Alvarinho on this occasion, I would say. Let's have a look then. How did you get on with this? Very good. Your total guess turns out as an educated guess, Kate, and I think it's an actually correct guess. That's what I'll be voting for, and I'll do it now. And I'll put the link for anyone else who wants to join us. Numbers are growing day by day on the Portuguese citizenship test over there on the Portugal Club. So come and join us. Absolutely free to get to join. You only have to upgrade if you want access to the other things, like my special contact book and other things that will ease your passage, so to speak, into Portuguese life and culture. Thank you, Carl. Jackie's telling us little Poppy Sprocket, a Shih Tzu. Oh dear, she's got cancer, so just making her happy now in the last weeks. Oh, so sorry to hear this, Jackie. Once she's in pain, I will do what's right. Oh, bless you both. And yes, of course. Oh, Jackie, there are red Vinho Verde wines. There are. It's true. I suspect those have a little bit of Alvarinho in them as well. We are leaning towards the lighter shades, are we not? Nice to see you popping in with your blimmin' French wine last night, Coach Turner. Bon dia a todos y felicitar. So good to see a few of you enjoying the better side of life yesterday evening. Off to play pickleball today. Rugby Colin would be proud. He would indeed. Big fan of the pickleball, big advocate and player of the game. Birthday coming up as well. We're going to be celebrating his birthday with him soon. It's a bit foggy on the farm this morning at QEA, or Dragon Breath is here, as the Portugals say. Hope it lifts soon to charge my solar batteries. Morning, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Bon dia, get well. So thank you too, Henry and Nina. Henry sent me some great and helpful info too. Must be the week for it. Lots of people we know visiting hospital, and I've broken my fingers. No way. That sounds really painful and also quite inconvenient. You've broken your fingers. How many? After trapping them in the cement mixer. Ouch! I suspect that scream was heard all around central Portugal, wasn't it? What, you were just closing it back down for a mix and you crushed your fingers in there. You're going to need an apprentice. I think probably my prescription for you there is get yourself a nice comfy chair, get yourself an apprentice and just supervise with a cold beer in hand. Obviously, the cold beer to apply a little bit of a freeze, a little bit of a cold compress on those poorly fingers. Dear, oh dear, what's going on? Must be. I must consult Mrs. M. Bit of Mercury in retrograde by the sound of it. And yes, Sarah, good to see you. Sarah, thank you for being here this morning. So there you go. Is it this question, this Portuguese citizenship test question this morning? Is it Alvarinho, Touriga Nacional, or Baga, the main grape variety used in Vinho Verde? And another clue, last night, we talked to, it was going to be Bairrada, and some people remembered that. We broadened it to winter warmers, but the Baga grape is the great grape of the Bairrada, deeply red and full-bodied. So I think we can rule that out. Touriga Nacional, you'll see that a lot in Douro and Alentejo wines. Do you know what? I'm getting in shape for the wine quiz. I'm going to do a wine quiz, hopefully going to be match fit by Saturday, and for the karaoke and wine tasting. And I'm thinking of doing a wine quiz. We'll lift some of these questions and we'll take them over. And the other thing is I'm going to take it into another level altogether. And I'm going to do the wine quiz bilingually as well, so that there's some value in learning Portuguese too. So that if you're in São Martinho de Porto, come and join us from 7 o'clock at Primeiro Solução, the greatest laundromat, bar, and as it turns out, wine tasting and karaoke event on the Silver Coast, if not in the whole country. So there we go. That's the Portuguese citizenship test question 66. New Portuguese sayings of the day. Should we have a quick look at this as well? Thank you, Antonio. And if we go to the latest comment, there are, how many now? 666. Ooh, spooky. Question 66 on the citizenship test and 666 on the and maybe there's another connection here with 666, the mark of the beast. Let's have a look at these last few then. Ingrato é o que não paga o que deve. Ungrateful is he who does not pay what he owes. Indeed. And inimigo batido ainda não é vencido. A beaten enemy is not yet defeated. Finish him off. And inimigo, enemy then, inimigo dividido, e meio, you say it, e meio vencido. Oh, we do like them when they rhyme. A divided enemy is half defeated already. Very good. Quite a lot of that going on in the world at the moment, is there not? Fantastic. Cheers, Antonio, for those Portuguese sayings of the day. Let me give you a link to those as well, should you want to peruse those for yourself. And yes, thank you very much, Lisa. We do have a couple of Christmas memes. Yeah, it was the 1st of December, of course, yesterday. Restoration Day. It's not a bank holiday today, by the way, in case you're wondering. That'll be next Monday, I think. Another one next Monday. And yes, we are beginning to get posts for Christmas. I've got a couple that I'll be adding today myself as well. So thank you very much indeed for your action over there on the Portugal Club. And we've got to Antonio F's crime report as well. It does seem there's quite a bit of a spike at the moment in Portuguese crime. Antonio F all over that, covering it at the Portugal Club as well. Right. Hoping your dog feels better soon, Jackie. I think comfort is the thing, isn't it? For the little dog over there with Jackie. God bless you both. Yeah, that's little Poppy Sprocket over there. If I could, I'd give you this little hot water bottle to snuggle up next to her there, Jackie. Ouch. That sounds horrid. Have been very close to losing an arm when popping my shovel into the mixer. Hope you get better soon. These blooming things are lethal, aren't they? Blooming concrete, honestly. It's Nina. Oh my goodness, it's Nina. So no washing up. Oh, okay, I get it now. I am the apprentice, and yes, it was very painful. My God, Nina, I'm feeling very sorry for myself, not least because I can't go to the gym. What have you done? Have you had to sort of strap them all together? There, or shall I mind my own business? Why can't you go to the gym? Your feet and legs ain't broken. Tough love from Matty this morning. Hoping, yes, yeah. What beast, says OLP. Number 666 sounds too biblical to me. Indeed. Hello from Amman, Jordan. Hey, JP from Porto ordinarily is in Amman, Jordan. Nice to see you. Are we seeing a Porto picture? Is that a Porto bridge? There on your picture, JP7 on Earth from Amman this morning. Can we have a picture of what Amman looks like this morning? Or it won't be this morning, will it? What will it be in Amman right now? You'll be a little bit further into the day, will you not? 913-590-303 for that sort of thing. If you want to send any Christmas pics or videos, do that way as well. Okay, let's have a little look at the video message. From normally the man in the Mino. He's not in the Mino. He's on his travel. He loves to travel, and he's on a bit of a journey this morning. I think currently at the airport, hence not being able to join us this morning. Now then, where did I put the videos that he sent me and that John sent me as well? Here they are. Let's just load those up. And yes, a couple of Christmas memes that have come in as well. Oh, and while we're finding those, look, this is Terence Austin's smorgasbord last night. This is what he had a fizz. He's been drinking too much red, he said just recently, and he went for the bubbles. He went for the fizz that does the biz, and made himself a little platter of food there. I love that picture so much. When he was offering it up to the camera, I thought I've got to take a screenshot of that. Raphael as well, great to see you, mate. And Gary's in now as well. Good to see you, Gary. Rafi, long time no read. Absolutely. How you doing, Raphael? Lovely to see you here with your bon dia Gumperas as well. How's it going? Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? And when are you going to come? You've never been on this show, have you? I think I've asked you once or twice, and maybe the time has come for you to join us. Why do they always have to put an egg on top of every platter? At least it's hard-boiled and not fried. I don't think there are any eggs on there at all, are there? That's the weirdest fry up ever, if that's the case. Okay, let's go and have a look at these videos, and we'll come back with some more stills in just a moment of a festive nature. First in then from what's this that John sent us from the United States? Ethereal, very nice. From John Heimbach there. I'm actually not sure which part of the United States that's from, but of course, the video sent into us, or still, we had a still from you yesterday, didn't we, OLP, with your rendition of the Northern Lights, so your photograph of the Northern Lights. And I really had that down as a Scandinavian Arctic thing. Clearly, the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, can be seen in the United States as well. I didn't know that. Forgive me. And now a little video. Got a bit more coffee to finish off here. John, can you make your videos a bit longer next time? And all the best to you, John H. Joao de Nord, of course, over there in the US. And a message from Tony now. A bit of Tony time for you. A bit of virtual Tony time. He's at the airport.
Galicia, Spain, a gem just minutes from Portugal. Did you know that the Galician region of Spain is just a short drive from northern Portugal's stunning Minho region? Whether you're in Viana do Castelo, Ponta de Lima, Vila Nova de Cerveira, or Braga, you can reach this vibrant coastal region in no time, making it the perfect getaway for those who love great food, incredible wines, and breathtaking ocean views. Galicia is a paradise for seafood lovers. Indulge in the freshest oysters or mussels, a delicious lobster rice, or enjoy an unforgettable pulpo à feria. It's Galician-style octopus, and you can pair it all with a crisp Albariño wine. Galicia's rich culinary scene is just one more reason why living in northern Portugal means having the best of both worlds. Portuguese charm and easy access to Spanish flavors. Beyond its gastronomy, Galicia offers a dynamic real estate market with fantastic investment opportunities. Whether you're considering a second home, a cross-border lifestyle, or an income-generating rental property, this region provides incredible value while keeping you connected to two countries all in one move. If you're thinking about moving and investing in Portugal's Minho region, just imagine weekend trips to Spain, sipping on world-class wines, and enjoying the best of Iberian culture at your doorstep. Let's talk about how Infinite Solutions can make this lifestyle your reality. Contact me today, and let's find your perfect property in Portugal with the side of Spain. Schedule your 60-minute Zoom call, consultation call on our calendar through Candly.
I think I could hear a grandfather clock ticking away in northern Portugal in the background of that room. A very nice main course Portugal with a side of Spain. That sounds good, doesn't it? And we can take a little look at a property if you do want to live in Galicia. It's like having him here, isn't it? Amazing. So these look competitively priced. New construction then, a project in Boiro. I've never heard of Boiro. Best kept secret in Galicia. Oh, these are plans here. But that's somewhere you can live and enjoy that sort of lifestyle there. I think, what have we got here? A collection of 6 homes to be built, and with that location that Tony was just talking about there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Main course of Portugal, side of Spain. That food looked pretty awesome. I want to get up here. Boiro is a charming fishing village on Galicia's Ria do Arousa, with both its lifestyle appeal and investment potential, says Tony here on his website, infinite-solutions.pt. Just 50 minutes from Santiago de Compostela, a little over an hour from Vigo or A Coruña. Yeah, we were talking about how awkward Lisbon Airport can be at the moment. Sometimes not, of course. There are rare moments when there aren't loads of planes coming in, different times of day when it's okay. But when it's bad at the moment. And Vigo is a good hack. The people choosing Porto and Faro, I think, not without its problems either, but some people favouring Porto. And of course, Vigo you can fly to and from as well. This is an hour from Vigo and A Coruña, and with easy access to Portugal, you'd be living in Spain. Boiro offers a rare mix of tranquility and connectivity. Apartment building under construction with 16 two-bedroom units, 16 them, starting at 135,000 euros. With average property prices around 1,800 per square metre and steady year-on-year growth, the potential for appreciation is clear. But beyond the numbers, Boiro is about living well and lifestyle, breathtaking coastal scenery. The seafood he's mentioning again. I think Tony likes a bit of seafood. He sees food and he has to eat it. Fresh seafood straight from the ocean, local wines from nearby valleys, and a slower pace of life rooted in communities. Just reading that makes me feel good. For those who dream of a home where gastronomy, nature, and culture meet, Boiro delivers. Nice bit of copywriting here as well. Let's play the video, actually, while we're chatting here. Very nice. As city prices in Spain and Portugal climb, hidden gems like Boiro are poised to shine, offering both affordable living and long-term opportunity. See what this is. This a visualization? It is, isn't it? Cool. The things they can do these days. Very nice. Somewhat abrupt end, I have to say there, but thank you, Tony. Very nice. Very nice to lift the spirits this morning, looking at some beautiful sunshine up there in the north of Portugal. And I think actually that was Spain, wasn't it, that we were seeing there. Mum jokes. Well, good morning to you, Lisa. Thank you for being here this morning. A classic dad material there. Yes, thank you very much for noticing. Although, yeah, if you don't notice a dad joke, there's a problem, isn't there? Here's a mum joke. Thank you, OLP. Why did Rudolph have to go to summer school? Because he went down in history. I've got a jingle for that. No. That's not it either. That's the one. Oh, it gets better, Lisa. Good morning to you. And I have to apologize on one of the WhatsApp groups that we have. And I think Lisa may have seen this. There was what I described as a dad joke. And it was one of those situations where it went a bit wrong, and it was like, think to yourself, oh no, this is too hard to explain now. I'm within the context and constraints of WhatsApp, and I've got myself into some deep water. Do I ring the person up? Do I send a PM? And somebody had said, Jane, I'm sure she won't mind me mentioning her name. She said something like, we went up to another elevation, which is a whole other story. Right. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool dad joke. She's like, what? And actually, if you make a dad joke and you don't know, it's probably a mum joke, isn't it? And I thought, no, it's a mum joke, not a dad joke. And I was thinking, if I say that, I'm going to get myself into more trouble. So next time I see Jane, I'll have to give her that explanation. But that's possibly the difference between a mum joke and a dad joke, isn't it? Mum jokes are a little more subtle, and mum jokes are often made, and mum doesn't even know she's making a joke, but the whole family's cracking up. I think that's the hallmark of a good mum joke, quite frankly. Right. Okay, no one likes a permanent leg day. Thanks for the love. No one likes a permanent leg day. Carl, we have strapped it up with an ice cream stick. Wow. For like cutting edge tech then. Does that mean you had to go and eat a load of ice lollies to make sure you got the right bit of kit for that? So ice cream stick, tape, and a sock. That's how we roll in central Portugal. Bit of homeopathic remedy, and on we go. Nice one. Best of all worlds right there. From the very basic, prosaic, like I say, hockey stick. Your fingers aren't that big, are they? Ice cream, a lolly stick there, and some homeopathic remedy as well. I did ask Mrs. M for a bit of homeopathy. Where did that go? Maybe she had administered it to me on another dimension, because I don't think I saw it in this one. Right. It must have been the northern end of the USA. That's or Minnesota. Thanks for that guess there. And had John left the freezer lights on again? Raphael will join us, I think. Yeah, one of these days we'll make it happen. Normally mornings are tricky for me. Me too. I don't let it stop me though. Raph, why do they always... Sorry, I get your joke now. Yes, very good. The boiled egg, or should I say, no, that's no boiled egg. That's my mate Terence at the top of the plate there. Very good, Peter. I didn't see that first time around. Now that's a dad joke, is it not? Right, this thing. Mom joke, OMG, need coffee, send help. Okay. Galicia passive income requirement, single applicant. Morning, Peda. So going to not Wales, you're already in Wales, going to Spain, the Gallic connection, Galicia passive income requirement, single applicant, 28 grand or just under 29 per year, another Brexit benefit. Don't upset yourself, mate. I didn't get my notification this morning. I'm not sure why that would have been the case. I don't know. YouTube are a law unto themselves, always have been, of course, and they seem to be changing things by the day, by the hour, frankly. There's no chance of they can't keep up with their own algorithm. They're just kind of poking it. It's in the corner, quivering, and they just throw it a bit of food and poke it with a stick from time to time. I think that's how the YouTube algorithm is currently working. I know that one, Mel. They still seem to laugh at me anyway. What's that? I have trouble trying to be funny when chatting to people in Portuguese. So, yes, that's the situation. You know, when you think you've made a funny joke, and you get to a point where it's like running off the edge of the cliff, isn't it? In the cartoon character, and the legs are still spinning round, but there's no ground underneath them. And you're thinking the only way is down now. Do I just walk away? Do I retract into the hedge like Homer Simpson? Do I smile nervously? Do I just shout out "drinks on, drinks on me"? But just anything, as you hope for a hole to swallow you up, which seemed like such a good idea at the time. Yes, Pete knows your pain there. I do as well, Mel. For your information, I just put what I thought was pureed peach on my porridge. Turns out it was spicy mango chutney. Interesting. I would. That sounds great. Mango chutney is good with everything, Mel. It's true. As is brinjal pickle. You should try our port and pear jam with porridge, though. Now you're talking. Okay, very good. Any other serving suggestions gratefully received and retrieved. Why not chop up a bit of parsley on there while you're about it as well? Now, talking of which and restaurants, I want to talk to you about the whole thing of choosing a good cafe or restaurant. I'm delaying going to the front pages, aren't I? I'm looking at depressing news this morning. I want to share this with you. I think this is lovely. And it came from Facebook. Oh, I'm tied up, says Tony. Oh no, I'm tied up checking in, my friend. Both would be very believable with the man in the Mino. Have a great trip there, Tony. Bon voyage, and we'll see you in the new year. This is the time of year, of course, when people are having their last appearance on the Good Morning Portugal show. So we'll see Tony in 26 on the 6th of January. So see you then. Tuesday, the 6th of January, Tony will be back then. Have a great time, mate, over there. Morning to you, Natasha Don, as well. Have you had a look at Natasha's Briefly News? Her Briefly News review that we do. We got some great reviews and comments for her picks from last Friday. Did talk briefly about that grisly Fundão Bombeiros situation, and she had some really good other choices as well, and I'm sure she will again this Friday, so check that out too. Both of the Portugal Resident podcasts are published at 3 in the afternoon. One on a Wednesday, one on a Friday. So the big interview, the one that I'm doing with Alistair Leithhead after this show, will come out tomorrow at 3, and Natasha's news picks will come out at 3 o'clock on Friday. Right, mango chutney, yes, very good. Port and pear jam, all sounding lovely. And does the area you showed for the homes for sale have good medical care? I wouldn't know about that, actually. You have to speak to Tony about that. Do you know what? I'll screenshot that and I shall send it to him. He can reply to me on that. Do you know, I'm going to do that now. I'm working as well as running a show. I'm working as your PA here and getting an answer to that question. Are there any others in this congregation, this community this morning, who would know the answer to that? What's medical care like in that part of Spain there, where northern Portugal meets Spain, basically? Right, back to this choosing a good cafe here in Portugal. Ever wondered how the locals in Portugal always seem to end up in the places with the best food? It's not luck. Now, I'm sorry to say that I've lost the source of this, this beautifully written, and I will try and find it. I'm sure it will turn up at some point, and I'll post it up at the Portugal Club with full attribution. And it's lovely. It's lovely. This is how to. I know some of you know this, but I suspect there will be something in this that you will appreciate. If you've ever wondered how the locals in Portugal always seem to end up in the places with the best food, it's not luck, says this writer. We wanted to find out. So we asked how they choose, and they said, we don't rely on reviews, we look for clues. Apparently, this works in every town from Porto to Faro. Do you agree or have your own tips? Share in the comments. We check the menu size. So I will find the Facebook link for this so that you can do that. We check the menu size is a first step. A menu with 10 pages usually means reheated dishes. Check. A short list is a good sign. Maybe even just one dish, right? And then you know a lot of love's gone into that bad boy. A short list is a good sign. Someone in the kitchen is cooking today. And that's the combo. I remember what immediately comes to mind is a prato de dia I had in Lisbon a few months back. I think it was a mom and pop type cafe. Pop was at the front, mom was at the back, and there was some serious cooking going on. And there was this short list of pratos de dia. So a short list is a good sign. Someone in the kitchen is cooking today, not defrosting and pinging things. We check the pratos de dia. If there are daily dishes written on a board outside, that's a strong indicator. If the waiter says, hoje temos, and list 2 or 3 items, even better. Fresh fish and stews change by the day here in Portugal. We look at the fish counter. Not every cafe has a fish counter, does it? But that's more of a restaurant thing. In many places, the fresh fish is on ice near the door. And this is something that I remember. I think my mother probably taught me this. Clear eyes, clean smell, simple presentation. She's not talking about me, my mother. She was talking about the fish. If you don't see fresh fish in a coastal town, walk away. We glance at the crowd. Are there locals speaking loudly over wine? Is the place full by 1300, 1 o'clock? Yes, it should be, right? That's how you know you found the right spot. We avoid restaurants with giant English signs. Giant English people. English menus are normal. Huge signs claiming best codfish in Portugal are not. No Portuguese person ever believes those claims. Nearly read that as clams. We look at the bread and olives. In Portugal, the starters tell you everything. If the bread is fresh, the olives taste real. And you know what? A real tasting olive can be a bit funky from time to time, can't it? It's not like brined and like everyone the same. You're looking for inconsistency of shape, I think, and a consistency of quality and some local provenance there. So, some of them are going to taste a little bit funky perhaps, but generally speaking, they're going to taste real, which is what's being suggested here. If the bread is fresh, the olives taste real, and the butter isn't cheap, the kitchen usually cares. Very good. Cheap butter, what would that be? Margarine or some mix of, I can't believe it's not butter. It isn't. If you can't believe it, it probably isn't. And give it a big steer on that. Olive oil and butter, please, all the way. Keep your marge to yourself. We listen for the grill. That's a good one, isn't it? And obviously the aroma. If you can hear or smell the charcoal grill, that's a strong sign. Charcoal is king here. Good places let the ingredients do the work. Absolutely. We check the simplest dishes, look at a nearby table. You don't lean in too closely at your neighbour's food, but you have a little glance, a little discreet glance. How does the caldo verde look? How does the bacalhau look? If simple dishes look right, you can trust the rest. We never trust empty rooms at 1300. Lunch hour in Portugal is predictable. If a place is empty at peak time, there's a reason. The final check, the smell, the aroma. If you smell grilled fish, garlic, or olive oil from the street, you're close. If you smell old frying oil, keep walking. I think that's a pretty good guide, that, and I will try and find the original author and give you I'll give you the link for that so you can add some more for yourself. So many thanks to you, Carl. You're such a good mate. Well, I do my best here. It's my pleasure. Medical care is very hit and miss. We live halfway between Castelo Branco and Covilla, and the former is awful and the latter splendid, says Peter. You're turning more and more into a Jane Austen character every day, Lord Peter of Orca. Wouldn't fancy Algarve in the summer. I think you're talking about medical care still there, aren't you? Jam sounds lovely. In my case, not sure. I need the chili hit in the chutney with oats as well. Why not? Why not? On a winter morning, it's probably quite a good way. It's, getting close to the old hungry horse soup of Portugal and the Alentejo, a bit of red wine in there in the morning, a sprinkle of pepper, gets everything moving, does that. And yes, turmeric and black pepper. Thank you very much for that recommendation yesterday. Right, front pages then, in this last 15 minutes of the show. Thank you for being here this morning. Pam, thank you very much for your like. The likes are very light this morning. I don't know what good it does, but if you feel like hitting the like button, please do so now. Nobody watching on X, most people watching on YouTube this morning, and one or two watching on Facebook. Good morning to you, Bob. Lovely to see you. Looking forward to seeing you soon. We recently had an amazing experience in the Cervejaria Universal in Lucerne. One prato do dia was mamalia. What's that then? We weren't understanding what it was, other than similar to picanha. The pantomime description, page 1. Okay, the thing I'm gonna get hold of in that last couple of sentences is picanha. So mamalia then sounds like some picanha steak, possibly. Luzon, great place to go. Did you go to the Beral factory while you were there? Cervejerias are great places to eat as well, of course, aren't they? Beer in massive barrels and some lovely snacks as well. Remember eating at a little cafe in Lisboa a few years back. The menu was written on a paper tablecloth taped to the window. One meat dish, one fish, fabulous. Yes, exactly. That's what that person was talking about, right, in their guide to Portuguese restaurants and cafes. Let's start with the Portugal news then. I quite like the look of this story. If all else fails, you can go and pick up empty cans and bottles now, like we used to do when we were kids. That's making a comeback. Just like vinyl, right? It all comes back in the end, including aluminium, it would appear. New deposit and return system for bottles and cans. And when I lived in Sheffield, I used to see a man who would be walking around the town with those massive see-through plastic bags and a litter picker. And he was collecting cans. And apparently the word on the street was he was funding his kids' education by doing this. He was in his spare time, he would be finding scrap on the streets basically and funding his child's education. Never forget that. Way ahead of this curve then, starting next year, bottles and cans will have a refundable 10-cent deposit with the aim of strengthening recycling and reducing CO2 emissions by 109,000 tons. From April 10th, 26, why does it take so long? All beverage bottles and cans sold in Portugal will include an additional deposit. So that's all of Portugal. I thought this might be a local thing. So there you go. That's interesting. All bottles, beverage bottles and cans sold in Portugal will include an additional deposit of approximately 10 cents, which will be refunded to consumers, when they return the containers to manual collection points or automatic machines. Very interesting. According to Diario de Noticias, reuse has got to be the way forward. I mean, this sounds like recycling more than reuse, doesn't it? You can't reuse a can, although you can a bottle. But very interesting. Let's find out more. According to Diario de Noticias, the measure is a result of an imposition of Brussels environmental policy and comes into effect within the framework of the deposit and return system, the SDR Portugal, which aims to reduce the production of new packaging, avoiding up to 109,000 tons of carbon dioxide while creating approximately 1,500 direct and indirect jobs. I mean, sometimes you just know something's a good idea, right? You don't have to have this whole sort of ideological rationale. But anyway, some people do. Data from Eurostat shows that in 2024, Portugal had the third lowest rate of recycled material use in the European Union. That doesn't surprise me, frankly. Although there are a lot of facilities, it has to be said, with 3% of materials recycled. For comparison, so this is not reuse, is it? This is mainly recycling, I think. For comparison, the European average is 12.2%, about 4 times higher. Only countries like Romania, Ireland, and Finland are behind Portugal in this regard. The deposit and return system will cover not only large commercial areas, but also restaurants, hotels, and cafes, with approximately 80,000 integrated points of sale. SDR Portugal plans to install 2,500 automatic collection points, 8,000 manual collection points. So automatic collection points, interesting, and 6 processing centres for sorting and consolidating. How do we get the cash, though? That's what we want to know. The system includes 50 automatic kiosks in high traffic areas. What, motorways? Intended to reinforce collection and prevent the incorrect disposal of packaging, and will cost between 100 and 150 million, according to estimates from the SDR itself. So what happens? Do you get tokens, or what happens here? We do like a comment. Great to see Portugal introducing a deposit system. Presumably Harry Fagerholm doesn't speak like this, but that's the voice I'm going to use for a comment on the Portugal news. This has been in place in Finland for decades, and the return rate is over 90%. Deposits range from 10 cents to 40 cents, depending on the size and material of the bottle or can. The article's reference to Finland's low recycling rate actually refers to the circular material use rate. He probably does talk like this. The share of recycled materials in all materials used in the economy, not bottle returns or household waste recycling. I'll have you know. Finland's municipal waste recycling rate is around, 43 to 55%, which is EU average or better. Yes, in Finland's defense, and the deposit system works extremely well. Harry Fagerholm is not having it, basically. Do love a Portugal news comment. This is excellent news, even though far too late, says Marty, and will improve everybody's nature and city, village, beach environment considerably. Fantastic. And sorry, but you have a big mistake in your article of recycling. Yes, in Finland, another upset Finn there. In Finland, we recycle 90% of bottles and aluminium cans. It doesn't surprise me at all. As far as I know, the return rate for... Yes, another... Finn. As far as I know, the return rate... Suddenly, all the Finns are there in defense of their recycling record. As far as I know, the return rate for bottles and cans in Finland is at the top of the world. Almost all bottles and cans are recycled. Thank you very much. Right, okay, I think that's to put the record straight there. And I'm glad to have been a part of that, quite frankly. We can't have the Finns misrepresented. Remember the last time that happened? Me neither. Portugal's public transport fare increase. So Porto metropolitan area, the Andante Pass, will increase in 2026. Should we find out by how much? Increase in 2026, but the prices of monthly passes will remain the same, said the president of Porto, or the Porto metropolitan area public transport division there. I think he's president of that, Pedro Duarte. We have a fare update. Can't find out how much it is here. Oh, yeah, from a Z2 ticket could increase from 140 to 143. Well done, Portugal. And so rounded up to 145 then. So nothing extortionate. A bearable increase, hopefully, for most people, most users of public transport there. Regarding monthly passes, Pedro Duarte said it was decided to freeze the price, which in most cases is €40 for the Metropolitan Pass. Nice one. And €30 for the municipal or 3-zone pass. This price will remain the same for at least another year. Isn't that good news? Well done, Porto, on that. Never did find out who that woman was there. And I am sharing this with you. Sorry if you are eating your breakfast. Right. I'm sure that's, yeah. And Prince Harry is not buying a place in San Martino de Porto either. And I'm sure that lady doesn't look like that. Blooming clickbait. Group working to attract golden visa investment. Okay. That's not news, is it? Portugal, one of 3 countries to cut corporate tax. Very good. How many Christmas gifts are Portuguese buying this year? I'm going to have a look at this and see what they're saying to that. Chinese brand bringing new cars to Portugal. The electric car companies are doing their best. I don't know how they're overcoming the taxation, but we might look at that as well. I want to look at the resident, of course, as well. How many Christmas gifts are Portuguese buying this year? Most Portuguese people start buying Christmas gifts as early as November, and 20% prefer to buy throughout the year in a growing trend of advanced planning. Budgetary control among the Portuguese for the purchase of Christmas gifts is widespread, with about 6 out of 10 defining a budget for this purpose. Each person apparently gives on average 6 gifts, and 70% of those interviewed intend to spend up to €250. Are you doing that this year, or are you doing like no? Let's agree with each other not to buy gifts and then cave in at the last minute and buy something anyway that's more expensive than you originally were trying not to spend. I want to look at this electric car company story as well. Forgive me whilst I do that. Is it BYD that are bringing even more of their models? Yep, 2 new BYDs are arriving in Portugal. 100% electric Atto 2, the Atto 2 Comfort. Sounds like a pair of slippers, whose sales begin in December, and also the Atto 2 DMI, the plug-in super hybrid. Looks like every other electric car at the moment. What's different about it? The BYD Atto 2 Comfort is fully electric. Lots of stuff that no one really understands today. 64.8 kilowatt battery, with which the range can reach up to 430 kilometers. Is that good? It sounds good. An increase of about 120. Okay, yeah, it does sound good compared to those currently on the market. So that's quite the boost, isn't it, in range there. Inside the trunk, 450 litres of capacity, tinted windows, and USB ports for faster charging. Well, it is a big battery after all. Imagine that electric car with no USB ports. That would be ridiculous. The super hybrid, therefore, has not only an electric component given priority, but also a 1.5 litre gasoline engine. And that has a claimed consumption of 1.8 litres per 100 kilometres. And the car has a range of 1,000 kilometres as well, of which about 90 kilometres are in fully electric mode. So 2 new motors from BYD. If you're watching BYD, I'll take a BYD GMP test car from you, and we'll put it through its paces, me and Colin. So there you go. That's the Portugal news there. Let's take a look at the Portugal resident front page. Also see, hey, it's Antonio F. among us this morning in the last few minutes of the show. There's the resident for you. That's a nice winter warmer of a picture there. Bom dia a todos from Antonio. Markins, good morning to you. Nice to see you here this morning, Mark, as well. Barak, Lord Travanka is here. I'm all about recycling. However, what is the carbon footprint of the process to recycle aluminum or aluminium, as we say in His Majesty's colonies abroad? Great job, Portugal, going green there, OLP. What's happening? Is there an update from the train, Chris, as well? I've missed a lot of comments here. Yes, your cafe menu written on a tablecloth. Love that. Yeah, hola bon dia from Lord and Lady Travanka. Those innocent days when Corona was a bottle and gave you back 5p and not a deadly virus. Seems like Portugal is finally catching up with what Germany and the Netherlands have been doing for decades. Thought you might say that, Matty. Old Pete used to love orange Corona, a treat only allowed on holiday. Happy times. I will pay 50% more for bottles and cans and plastic tubs. 2nd of December. This is madness this year. It's gone so quickly. It's true, isn't it just? Yeah, nice to see you, Mark. Good morning to you as well. Bon dia. I'm all about recycling. Yep, I don't know the answer to that question there, Barak. That's been the case in Scandinavia for years. You don't need to take them back to the shop like we had to do in Cymru during the 1950s. Wasn't Finland one of the countries behind Portugal just a few minutes earlier? Yep, now they recycle 90%. Who is manipulating these stats? I don't know. We're never likely to find out. The news agenda will have moved on by the time we get anywhere near. More expensive than that for an individual bus ticket in Coimbra. You can buy a set of 21 tickets for just over €20. Good for occasional users. Cheers, and good morning to you, Adrian. Thank you for joining us, Antonio F, this morning. Electric cars should be on the way out since Germany and Japan have managed to create a hydrogen engine. Could that be the plot twist? Just as everybody's getting in shape for an electric car, the hydrogen engine comes along and they all become collector's items. Will electric cars become the Betamax of road transport? Off the train now. More disgusting passengers for the morning. Now smashing out work for the day. So not so cold either. Well, glad to hear it. Have a great day at the office there, Chris. And let's take a quick look then. Inham suggests log fires responsible for carbon monoxide poisoning. Get yourself a detector. And apparently your carbon monoxide detector, check this for yourself, should be low and not high like a smoke detector for detecting carbon monoxide, but just make sure you double check that. And you're probably more likely to find a carbon monoxide detector than you are a smoke detector here in Portugal. Albufeira shuts municipal pools after Legionella detected. My goodness. Years on from child sex abuse bombshell, Portugal's Catholic Church fails to deliver. No surprise there, possibly, as much as I'm appalled to hear that. December 1st ceremonies highlight largest single investment in armed forces. And a clogged A&E. Nobody wants that first thing in the morning or any time of day. Yes, did you see that story? The Portuguese reported on thousands of Israelis queue in hope of Portuguese citizenship. Queues around the block then at the Portuguese embassy in Israel, apparently. Portugal crowned European wheelchair handball champion. Well done. And 2026, crucial year for Algarve tourism. I've got a feeling I heard that story last year and maybe the year before. Isn't it a crucial year for tourism next year, every year? But anyway, good luck to them nonetheless. Food Bank Against Hunger campaign collects slightly less than last year. That's disappointing to hear. And the president, Marcelo, current president, not for much longer. In about 6 weeks' time, the new president will be known here in Portugal. And parliamentary staff complain Shaga affecting their mental health and physical integrity. My goodness. Okay. I think that's it for news coverage. It's 1 minute past 9. Time to say bon dia to you. Have a great day. Thank you for being with me this morning. And lovely to see a few old friends who haven't been here for a while. Lovely to see you popping in this morning. Come again. No experience necessary. And tell a friend and do join us at the Portugal Club as well. If you will. Are the hydrogen vehicles called the Hindenburg? No, I don't think so. They're probably not going to be called that, to be fair. And my dad was a patent agent, and the hydrogen refueling points in Europe number a massive 6. Okay, well, let's see what happens with that. It's possible, isn't it? And just a last instruction, encouragement from Antonio F there. Folks, hit the like button. It's not too late to do so, but in the immortal words, what's his name? Keith Wolstenholme. It is now. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now. And we'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to